Okay, well, welcome to our present continuous and going to class. Here we're going to look at different structures and then the similarities and differences between the two tenses, which basically they're the same. However, it depends how you want to say things. So I do have some slides to share with you today. And so first, welcome everybody. And does anyone have any specific questions about the be going to tense and the present continuous? Anything you'd like to mention at the beginning before we start looking at things, or I could just start screen sharing. I'm waiting for Ken, actually. Ken always has questions. So
I know, Ken, come on.
Yeah, sometimes, present continuous, describe future. And yeah, maybe I know that rule. Maybe I'm having dinner tonight, or maybe such tonight kind of word is necessary for the future to exert future in present continuous. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a good question to start with. I'm having dinner, for example, versus I'm having dinner tonight. The only difference is the tonight. And so that tonight, it's using later, which is in the future. It's not now. If you say I'm having dinner, that normally means in the moment. So just that one word, that's how it changes.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Super easy. It's just that one word. So good. Good question. Let me go ahead and we'll start looking at the slide that I have. One moment. It's not exactly where I need it to be. There we go. Now, all right, 1 second. Great. Okay, so first we need to talk about the structure. Okay, so when do we use the present continuous, which is the verb to be, plus the verb in ing, which we saw in the example of I'm having, okay, and for the future. So we can use it when a future plan is decided. All right, we usually know exactly when it's going to happen. For example, I'm playing basketball tonight. Again, we're using tonight, okay? And my friends are coming around to my house tomorrow. Again, with these two words, tonight and tomorrow, in these sentences, we know that it's future. If we take those out and we say, I'm playing basketball, it's going to sound like you're playing basketball now, okay? Same thing with this sentence. My friends are coming around to my house. It sounds like they will arrive at your house in just a couple minutes, okay? So that's just the difference. Yes. Ken, this is kind of what you were just asking about. No challenge.
Yeah, it's clear for me now.
Okay, great.
So Donald Trump is going to destroy the world tomorrow. That would be right, yeah?
Or you can say Donald Trump is destroying the world in the moment. Same thing.
Well, no, it's actually quite different, I think.
Well, it's either.
And I'm hoping.
Right now
I'm
in
hoping.
the moment.
I'm counting every day, so I'm hoping we still have a little bit of time.
Well, let me think. If he's in Washington, he should be 6 hours behind 3. My math skills are showing now. Maybe it's like 9 o'clock in the morning, I think.
Okay.
6 hours.
So,
Yeah.
so the
So
damage,
maybe he's
could,
just
the damage could well start now.
Yeah, you have a little bit yet, but after class, you definitely should be awake. So, all right. Well, let's
If he's not playing golf, of course.
Exactly. Well, actually, that's true. Or depends where he is. Okay, good. So, when do we use the be, the to be plus going to plus verb? Okay. So this is obviously a lot longer. We have our verb to be plus going to, which never changes. Okay. And then the verb in the infinitive form without to. So it's a lot longer, but actually, if I personally had to choose between using the be going to tense and the present continuous, personally, I would choose be going to. And that's just my decision. Like, that just sounds best to me. Now, it doesn't mean that it has to be like that, but that's just me. So we use going to for future plans or intentions, okay? It is less probable than using the present continuous. We don't normally mention the exact moment, but we can use general time periods, okay? So I'm going to go, we say on an exotic holiday next year. Well, next year we don't know exactly when. We could say next month. I personally would even use next week, but I can do that because I'm native. So, and then the next sentence is, I'm going to try and win the competition next time. We don't know exactly when next time is, or maybe you do and you're not saying it. But that's when you would use this. If we were to say, I'm going on an exotic holiday next year, I think it sounds fine. It's still using the present, it's using the present continuous tense with the future meaning. Okay. And then here the last part, it says, it can also be used for predictions based on evidence. It's going to rain. Okay, it's going to rain. It looks cloudy, for example. So now that we have seen kind of the two and their uses, what do we think? Do we have questions? Oh, hi, Rocky.
I was thrown off balance by Rocky joining, actually. So
yeah, I just
He
switched back
distracted
to
me.
the hangout.
So I guess we could come up with lots of examples for these, couldn't we?
Absolutely. And basically, they mean the same thing. For example, I'm trying to win the competition next time doesn't sound right to me. I'm trying.
Okay.
I will try to win the competition next time. That sounds right. And I think it's because of that specific moment. I'm trying. Yeah, no, maybe it's just with specific verbs that might not sound right. Because with the first sentence, go, I'm going on an exotic holiday next year sounds fantastic. I'm trying to win the competition next time doesn't sound fantastic.
I'm trying to win a competition.
Absent in the present.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
In the present continuous tense without future meaning, I'm trying to win a competition now, today, in this moment. That sounds fine. However, with the be going to tense, it does not sound right. And then it's going to rain. I think you have to use rain. No, it's raining would mean that it's in the moment. It's going to rain. It will rain. What is the difference between it's going to rain and it will rain? Oops. Oh,
Yeah,
no, I'm sorry. Hi, everybody. I was trying to type and I wasn't in the chat box. So it will rain. It is going to rain. Can anyone explain to me the differences or what the differences sound like?
May I?
Absolutely. Okay. Rocky, go ahead. Robbie, you can comment after if you want.
If we are saying like it will rain, like we have a certainty, like we are certain, it's all like it's going to be like I'm very confirm about the rail will be happen, and like it's going to rain. It's like we are not too much sure about like something I can't figure out, but yeah, like it's something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, I guess.
Okay, good. Robbie, did you want to say anything?
Yes, I have a similar guess, like Rocky. For me, it sounds that when I listen to "It Will Rain," you know, we are almost certain that it will rain. But when we say it's going to rain, I mean it's probably gonna rain, but we are not so sure as we were when we say it will rain. It sounds confusing, but for me, when we say it will rain, we are almost certain that it's going to rain.
Exactly. It's that Mother Nature is very unpredictable or predictable. I don't know. That even though you think it might 100% rain, you never truly know. And so that's kind of the difference with will and going to is will is, for me, it means it's absolutely going to happen. And then the being going to is this prediction.
At some point, isn't it?
Exactly. it's going to rain. Well, sure, it's going to rain everywhere at some point, probably, but it's going to rain is more of a plan. And like I said, you can't really use it in the present continuous tense with future meaning because it's raining just means that it's raining now, basically. So again, there are some differences here, and I'm wondering exactly what the reason is why we can't use all of the verbs in the present continuous tense that has the same meaning as the going to tense. Thomas, I saw that. I feel the same way. So, yeah. Well, let's continue on here and see. Wait, oops. Okay. So, all right. So percentages. 80 to 100% likely to happen, we should use the present continuous. And 0 to 70% likely to happen, use going to. Okay. So this would make sense for maybe because it's likely to happen for the trying example. I'm going to try to this one. Move this up. I'm going to try and win the competition next time. It's because of the possibility. Because you're going to try 100%, but
I really don't think it's that clear cut, is it? Because
Yeah.
obviously these are actually incomplete sentences. So if you stretch these sentences out, it will definitely rain tomorrow, for example. Then there is a definite part to it, but it's going to rain tomorrow at 10 is also very definite, if you like, because there's a specific time parameter attached to that, 10 o'clock, and it will rain at going. So it's not. Even though I agree from a feeling point of view that it's going to rain is a little bit more vague, it's not as definite. It does depend on what follows that sentence a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure these percentages are particularly helpful. I don't know.
I think for
Yeah,
learners
I-
who really can't distinguish the difference, maybe.
Okay.
You know, because sometimes it's better to give kind of like a little rule or something. So then when you're in the situation, you can think, okay, is it likely to happen or not? I mean, a lot of people like rules. And so I think this is not, like you said, it's not exact all the time, but it can help.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's about that. So good.
I do agree with Thomas, because sometimes it could be depend on context,
Mhm.
because it's not a clear cut as Thomas said. Like sometimes we have a question like is because in a context like means can be different, I guess. Yeah.
No, and I agree. And for example, in Spanish, they have two verbs for my verb to be. And so it was, well, what's the difference? When do you use one and when do you use the other? And they said, well, one's more permanent and the other one is more in the moment, basically. And so it kind of helps. It doesn't always make sense. Like it's not always 100% that way, but it just definitely helps to kind of decide which one to use. So in Spanish, there's two verb to be's. All right, good. So let's take a look at this slide. It says decide whether these future sentences should be with present continuous or going to. Sometimes more than one option is possible. Underline the correct phrase. Well, I can't underline, but I can definitely highlight. So that's what I'll do here. All right, so our two options, our first one is I'm going to buy, or I'm buying a new battery for my mobile phone next month. Which one do we think is the best option? Going to buy or buying, and why? Thomas, you don't have to answer.
That's not fair. You're treating me differently from the other people. I feel discriminated against.
Yeah,
But I might know the answer.
Okay.
Would you like to ask us again? Like,
Yeah, which one do you think sounds best. Oh, Robbie, it's not okay. So I'm going to buy a new battery for my mobile phone next month, or I'm buying a new battery for my mobile phone next month.
Yeah, it's first one. Like I'm going to buy. I guess like it's more appropriate. Like it sounds to me like I guess first two statement is like more
Okay. More what?
appropriate. Yeah.
More appropriate?
More
Okay.
appropriate. Yeah.
All right. Well, that works. Robbie, did you want to say something before?
Yes, I'd like to say that both sound okay for me. I don't know which one is right or wrong, but both sound nice for me. I'm going to buy new.
Okay. Alex or Ken, any comments? That's
Maybe I don't know. My feeling says, next month for a long period, I would say I'm going to, but it happened tonight was something. Maybe I say I'm buying a new battery tonight or something, but I'm not sure. That's my intuition. So I don't know the rule.
okay. Well, I like that answer, Ken. Alex, would you like to comment or guess on this?
Yes, I can. I think if I really want to buy battery, I can say I am buying a new battery for my mobile phone. But if I'm not sure, maybe I buy, maybe not. I'm going to buy.
Okay. And finally, Thomas. Let's not exclude anyone today.
Fake news, fake news. It's all wrong. None of these are right. That's not even English. But no, I mean, personally, I would prefer. I'm going to. It simply sounds smoother. It simply sounds better. You can say both.
Okay. Well, I agree as well. Actually, I liked Ken's answer personally better because that's exactly how I feel. If I say I'm going to buy a new battery for my mobile phone next month, there's this, a long kind of time in between now and next month. Well, actually, these days there's only a couple days. I mean, Wednesday's March 1st, but besides that, it sounds like there's more time in between now. And I also agree that he said, I'm buying a new battery, blah, 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 tonight. Absolutely, it's closer. And so that's kind of the difference. They're both plans. But I like Ken's answers. So the both of them can be used, but I think next month is what changes it. And let me just go back to the other slide. Okay, and this is kind of reinforcing what Ken said. When we use the present continuous, we usually know exactly when it's going to happen, okay? So if I say tonight, the present continuous sounds better. Tomorrow, present continuous sounds better. Now, when we use this one, the going to, we normally don't mention the exact moment. Okay, so that's why next year, next time, next month. All right, do I have any people who disagree? Any questions? Okay, well, I guess not.
No, that's
so fantastic.
Pretty straightforward.
Can't really disagree when I have evidence. So, okay, so it's going to be the best mobile phone ever. It's been the best mobile ever. What do we think?
It's going to be.
It's going to be Rocky. Why?
Yeah, like because I guess because he was not saying perfectly, he's not a certain, but he was thinking, he was guessing like it going to be means he's getting feeling Yeah, like it's
Okay.
better than other mobiles. Like it's better than other mobile he used to use. Like so that's why he's getting feelings. Yeah,
So it's a
like
prediction, maybe.
his performance is very well. He's trying to compare that mobile from the the past mobiles used. You know,
Okay, other
this
comments.
kind of
Actually, one reason I'm looking for it that explains why the answer is what it is. And so I'll leave that to the end, see if someone can guess. Ken, Alex, Rowan, welcome. Anything? Thomas, do you know? I'm sure you know the correct answer, and I'm I'm wondering
I'm
why.
not going to help with this one. Sorry.
Oh. Okay. Okay, something which has not yet taken place, but will take place in the future. Okay.
I think it's going to be sounds fine. It's being the best mobile phone ever is strange. Sounds strange to me. I don't know why, but
Uh-huh. Alex, any comment?
No, I agree. It's going to be the best mobile phone. It's very fair for me.
Okay, well, if Thomas doesn't want to comment, I'll go ahead and explain why the correct answer is it's going to be the best mobile phone ever. As Rocky was saying, it's kind of his opinion, prediction, that aspect. And it's impossible for it to be being. Does anyone know why it's impossible? This is the tricky part. Does anyone remember action and non-action verbs? You can say static, non-static, stative verbs, non-stative verbs.
like loving. So
Yeah,
B cannot be ing gerund.
exactly. And so because this is a state, okay, this is the best mobile phone ever. This is a state of the mobile phone. It's impossible to use ing here, okay? For example, you can't say, I'm being happy. You don't say that. You say, I am happy, even though it's in the moment. But the verb to be is a non-stative verb, so you cannot use it in the ing tense, technically. Now, I'm loving it, which we've discussed other times. I'm loving it from McDonald's. Can I say that? Their logo, their motto.
You can't use
Yes and no.
You can't use any American products today. Paella.
Okay, well, then the sentence, I'm loving it, can make sense. And they say technically with grammar, it's incorrect. Now, if you're sitting there eating something, in anything, and you're enjoying it so much, you can say, I'm loving this. This is the best chocolate cake of my entire life. Absolutely, go ahead and say it because it's in the moment that you're loving it. However, I love my cats, for example, is a state. That's how I feel. I can't say I'm loving my cats. That doesn't make sense. Okay?
Well, it would certainly change the meaning drastically.
So I can't use it.
I didn't say that,
ing.
guys. Okay, so just ignore that. Can you just wipe that from the recording?
Well, that's your job. So okay. So there's a difference here. Or I'm liking something. I'm liking this situation. I like hangouts. I think they're great. Sure, I can say that it's in the moment. I'm liking chocolate cake all the time. No, because that's a habit. We have to use the present simple as well. So there are different reasons that being in this case is impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions?
So loving
Great.
makes difference. I'm not sure. Maybe not any research about that after this class.
I'm going to be the greatest president of the United States ever.
You weren't born there, so you can't be, but
True. I have an American father, if you know. Isn't that enough?
well, that's true. Hey, you know what? I'm sorry. So you're 50%.
Yeah, isn't that enough?
Maybe.
I don't know. I could get whatever it's called.
You're definitely old enough.
I'm not 70 yet.
Okay. I think you have to be over 35 or 40 or something. I don't remember
I think
exactly.
you have to be over 40, haven't you? Yeah.
All right, great. So next and last question here. Okay. Are you playing, let's say, football tomorrow, or are you going to play football tomorrow? What do you think sounds best and why? Thomas being
Actually,
president of the United
also,
States with his
okay.
British accent. I don't know. Sorry, Ken. Ken, go
I
ahead.
think
I can go. I can do
both
the.
go ahead, Thomas.
No, you go ahead.
I'm sorry. Both are okay, but maybe it sounds like going. I'm going to is more like a plan. Just say I'm playing. Are you playing?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Alex, any questions or comments?
Yes, I have question because in the previous slide we can see continues for short period like tomorrow, but tomorrow may split for morning, for day, for evening, and we can understand what the part of day he will play in football. And if we ask in general aspect, we can say, are you playing? Are you going to play football tomorrow? Maybe if he will play all day, are you playing football tomorrow? Or I'm wrong?
Okay. Well, we'll wait to answer that, but I like your thinking, your process of thinking here. Anyone else, Rowan or Rocky?
Yeah. I guess are you playing means there is a certainty, like a like definitely is someone going to play, and are you playing? Is someone saying yes, no? That means 100% he's going. Are you going to play? Is asking like maybe there's something slightly doubt, like it's about yeah, it's like slightly difference between sentence, but in a context, like meaning could be different, I guess.
All right. And anything else, Thomas? Did you want to comment on this?
Yeah, no, I think the answers were fine. I think that pretty much covered it, isn't it? And both in this case is possible. Are you going to play football tomorrow is probably a more likely sentence you're going to use. But are you playing football tomorrow? Personally, I think it's more likely. It's more likely for me to use going to in this case. In probably, I can't. I was trying to think of where I would say, "Are you playing football tomorrow?" And I can't. There probably is, but I can't think of a really good example at the moment.
Well, this
but
is exactly
both is possible.
Yeah, and actually, due to grammar, both of these are correct. Okay. I personally, like I said at the beginning, I'm more likely to say going to and things like this. Now, if we look back at the other slides,
I think it's just a wee bit more precise. It feels a bit more precise.
I mean, this is tomorrow, so this is the present continuous. Okay. Are coming, okay, so are playing, so that's fine. And then this, we don't mention the exact moment. Well, just tomorrow in general. Okay, so that's kind of what they're saying. It's not like I'm playing football at 2:00 tomorrow, for example. I'm going to play. Both of them still sound fine, even when you add time to this be going to structure. And because it's a plan, basically, you know, it's what I'm saying. So I would say absolutely both of these are fine. Going to play is something that I personally would say, and that's it.
Yeah, like I'm going
Okay.
to ban the press tomorrow, for example.
You're just on a political spree today.
I've Hi Hakan. Yeah, I've probably read too many things today. It's Sunday,
Yeah,
you see.
stop.
It's my reading papers day. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right, good. Well, moving on from politics again. Okay. Decide whether these future sentences should be with present continuous or going to. Okay, and again, so basically the same thing we were doing before. Sentence number, well, the first sentence, look at all the people. It's been or going to be a busy day. Which one do we think sounds best?
It's going to be busy day.
Why?
Like it sounds like it sounds very, very like clear. Like for me, I mean, I guess it's okay sentence.
Okay, any other comments?
Yes, going to is proper because, as you said, being is a stated verb, so it cannot be used like this.
Exactly. In this exact context, being cannot be used. We can use the word being in other contexts, okay, in different verb tenses, okay, with that exists. But in this case, absolutely. So thank you, Ken, for listening. And it's also a prediction. You think it might be busy because you see a lot of people now, but who knows, after they leave, maybe you won't be busy. So this is more the prediction, okay? So good, thank you. The next one says, my sister is going to start school tomorrow. My sister is starting school tomorrow. Opinions. Okay, we have starting, okay. Can you explain why you think it's starting? No one else? Alex, do you want to
Yeah, I try because it's 100%.
Okay, so which one do you choose? Going to start or starting?
Starting. It's not a plan. It's
Okay.
certainly they will go to school tomorrow.
Okay, all right, good. Rocky, any comments?
Yeah, I guess like both are sounds good to me, but I guess starting is more appropriate. I guess in this context.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, good. Hakan, do you prefer to give us your opinion? Maybe not. You can always go ahead, type it in the chat box if
Yeah,
your
just type
microphone
it in
doesn't
the
work.
chat box if you don't have a microphone.
Thomas? Yes, you can.
Yes, Hakan, you can.
Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Thomas. Hi, all.
Hello.
Yeah. I think going to start it choose the decision. It choose the decision of a person completely want to do it in the future or maybe a few minutes later. But starting is, I think, many good idea about the starting. Starting is just choose the tense. Just choose, yeah, like this.
Okay, well, Thomas, do you have any comments?
I think both is possible.
Both are possible, and I'm going to say why. It's because it's basically the same thing as this one. Okay, so tomorrow, it's not saying a specific time tomorrow, but it is saying kind of a specific time because it is tomorrow. So we're giving it like, you know, a specific day, but not time. So this is actually fine. Both of these are correct, okay? My sister is going to start, and my sister is starting school tomorrow. Okay. Now this one. So stop shouting or I'm going to hang up, or stop shouting or I'm hanging up. What are the opinions for this one?
It's a good one.
I think,
is a good one?
if I say I'm going to hang up, maybe now I'm not hanging up now. But if you don't stop, I'm going to hang up. But if I say I'm hanging up, maybe I almost hang up because maybe that person is noisy or something. That's
Okay.
a meaning difference. I'm not sure, but that's my opinion.
Okay. Okay. So I like that actually. I hadn't thought about that. So it's a little bit different. If you don't stop, I'm going to hang up. Actually, that's a conditional. That's the first conditional. We're using the present tenses here. Okay. Interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Any other comments about stop shouting or I'm going to hang up or hanging up?
Hanging up to me suggests that it's an immediate action.
That's what I was going to say.
It's actually happening now. So stop shouting, Becky. You're really getting on my nerves. I'm hanging up. So that will be immediate. Stop shouting, and unless you do stop shouting, I am going to hang up at some point because once you've stopped if you don't stop shouting. So that's sort of my impression of it.
I would say stop shouting or I'm hanging up is more, like you said, it's more immediate in the moment. The other one sounds like it's planned. Now, you are planning to hang up if this person doesn't stop shouting. However, in the moment, it's hanging up. I think both are actually okay. I would prefer to use hanging up in this case.
That's because you're an immediate type of person.
Impulsive. It's just no, now. So
we've had that expression twice today, didn't we? So you already had hanging up. You were going to hang up on somebody today.
All right, good. So last one here. She isn't having a holiday this year. She isn't going to have a holiday this year. It's a little bit more difficult. What do we think? Hello,
I choose
Juan.
going to.
Okay, why?
Because as you explained, this year is not a specific time. Maybe whole year. It's long period. So going to is proper, in my opinion. I'm not sure.
Any other comments here? Going to, okay. You can go ahead, type if you want to explain the reason or just because you think it sounds better. Okay, another going to. Rocky, any comments?
Yeah, I guess she isn't going to have a holiday this year. It sounds more appropriate to me.
Okay. Thomas, would you like to mention anything before I...
She isn't having a holiday this year, means in general, she isn't going to have one at any point this year. She isn't going to have a holiday this year means she is not going to have one from here on in the future.
All right. Interesting.
That's what I think. So I think both is possible.
She has a decision. Well, it's not really a decision of the person. It's just that maybe her job doesn't allow her to have holidays. I actually think having is incorrect because of the stative verb idea. Okay, she isn't having, because I can say I'm having dinner right now. That's an action. And so the verb to have is stative and non-stative depending on the context. So for me, this is not an action verb. She's not going to have. So that's where I'm coming from. So going to have to me sounds a lot better. She isn't having a holiday this year. I would never use in my life, I don't think. So good. So let's continue on here. And so multiple choice. Okay, see if you can remember what we've learned from today. When can we use going to in the future? A, when there's evidence present. B, when there's no evidence, or when we are only 10% certain? What do we think?
I'm really sorry to. I'm just going to have to get a phone call. Sorry.
Anyone? A, B, C, or D? Which one sounds best? All right, we have A, A and C. I'm having eating.
I can say. And
Yeah, I was thinking there's evidence, yeah, because there's normally a plan with going to. There's normally I'm going to do this. It's a plan prediction that you have. So I would say evidence, kind of like when we said it's going to rain. It looks like it's going to rain because it's cloudy, for example. So yeah, I would definitely agree with that. And then number 2 says, which one is an example of present continuous for future? I'm hanging up now. She's cooking dinner. Can't you see? I'm cooking dinner later. Okay, so looks like we have CCC. I'm definitely going to agree with that. Just because later means not now. Okay, so I'm hanging up now means right now. Can't you see? It means in the moment. She's cooking obviously right now. And so it is C.
see.
All right, looks like we got some more people in here, so that's good. Well, let's go down to this next slide here. We're almost finished with these questions. Okay, so which is correct? Which is the correct future interrogative form? Is it being a busy day? Is she going to buy the ticket today? Is he having a shower now? A, B, or C? Okay, B, 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 B. Absolutely. Is she going to buy the ticket today?
Hey, we all agree on this one.
Good. Perfect. That's wonderful. So hopefully no explanation.
I just followed everybody else, to be honest.
Did you? You're going at the crowd today? Not great, Thomas. No, the first one is the present. It's the being cannot be used in this tense, and so that's because it's a stative verb. And then B, yes, is the correct. And C, is he having a shower now, is in the moment, so it's not future. Okay. Today, there are still hours in the day, depending on which country you're in. So that's why it's B. Now, number 4, which is the correct example of going to? Is he going to have a holiday this year? I'm going to turn off my phone when we get inside. And he is going to have a bath tonight. Oh, he be going. Looks like B. Yeah. And I think B is actually, is he going to have? Is he going? No. A is not correct, Ken, because there's no to. Is he going have? I guess I was reading without actually reading. So that's the mistake there. And then B is correct in C. He be going. Again, I also read that wrong because it's incorrect. So they got me on that one. Okay, so we can do this one very quickly to finish off the class, okay? So we'll complete the text with the correct future form. I feel like I never get to go on holiday, but finally I'm to Greece in October. What do we think? Going to, I'm going to go, I'm going. I think both of them sound fine. I think I'm going to go because it's a plan is probably best. It's my dad's 60th birthday and he doesn't know I'm to visit.
Coming.
Yep, I would say coming to visit. Good. And it's a surprise.
It was.
Going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Or gonna be, yeah, absolutely, Ken.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, before I meet my parents, I'm in Athens for 3 days. Going to stay. Yeah, it's just because it's a plan. So you're going to stay in Athens for 3 days. I can't wait. I haven't done it yet, but I'm hotel in the center of the city soon.
Going to book.
I think going to book sounds best because it's a plan. I'm booking a hotel because it's it will happen soon, so there's not a lot of time in between there. Okay, but going to sounds best. Let me move this down just a tiny bit so we can see everything. On the first day in Athens, I think I'm seeing or going to see the oldest modern Olympic stadium.
Yeah, I agree with Ken.
Yep, going to see. I love sport history, so this is really interesting for me. I also want to see the parks and monuments, so I'm going to walk a lot. I would say going to walk because it's your idea. You're predicting you're going to walk a lot. So I'm going to walk a lot. I've booked a tour at the Acropolis, and I'm going to see it on the last day. I think going
to
see. Yeah, it sounds better here.
They're all going to, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, because it's a plan, prediction, idea, and then the last one. I don't think it's just going to rain. Yeah, it's your prediction. You don't know. It's Mother Nature. But just in case, I'll install the rain alarm app on my phone. I bet you to be safe than sorry. All right, so I'm going to stop this screen sharing for now, and you'll see me in just a second here. Hello, everybody. So that's it for today.
Very
good. I
good.
think we did very well. Any questions? Any comments?
I think it was a great lesson.
Good.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I think, again, it depends on the context, depends on other things, but...
I'm going to go and use these expressions a lot now.
Great use, great example, Thomas. But that's what I mean. I feel that be going to always just kind of works in these situations. So if ever in doubt, use be going to. But sometimes just the present continuous sounds better. So good luck.
It's also, the tense is nice and easy to use, isn't it? Because you have a definite future, you know what's coming kind of thing. So it's a really easy one to get your head around. And a lot of the tenses in English, the time forms, whatever, are so complicated. This one is nice and straightforward, and it's in the future. So it's a good one.
Good.
So thanks.
Yeah, not a problem. So that's great. And my next class is about starting a business. So we can talk about different ideas about starting a business and etc. All right. So everyone have a great day. Thanks for coming. And I'm going to stop the broadcast now. So next class is Wednesday, the same time as today. I'm in Spain, so it's 3 to 4. And so that's it. So during this time.
Okay. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye,
Thanks. All right.
Bye, Rocky. Bye-bye, Talnat.
Thank you.